Today we're going to build some props to keep these gates, I should say these ramps, in place in a nice vertical position. So this is going to be pretty simple. What we're going to do is get these so they stand up vertically, and we'll just put in some angle props to hold them. So stay tuned. I started by putting an anchor pin on the ramp, and I wanted that anchor pin to be really solid, so I drilled a hole right near where one of the angle irons runs across the ramp. The idea there is to run the post in a little bit beyond that. You can see where the drill bit goes through, and to be able to weld that right to that angle iron so that it's got some support. And I started by just doing a small hole and then working my way up through the drill bits. Now I'll clean this thing up with a grinder so I've got a good surface for welding. Time for a quick test fit. Now you can see where it just rests right against that angle iron. It'll give me a place to weld. Now I'm going to put the post on the frame. I'm going to do it the same way. So first I'll drill a hole through the frame rail, and I'll do the same thing. I'll progressively work my way up through the bits, and then I'll be able to weld right to that frame on both sides. I'm still new to welding, and this is the tightest spot that I've had to weld yet. So I just got on my back, did the best I could. I think I got a pretty good weld back there. Now I'll move on to the outside. You can see this one's a lot easier to get at. Now I'll move on and prepare the strap. So I'm doing the same thing here. I'm going to start out with a small pilot hole and just progressively working my way up. Both of these support rods are going to need a little bit of a angle to them, or a bend in them, because the outside frame where I'm attaching is probably a good 3 inches out from the edge of where this ramp goes. So let's put a bend in there. I'm going to use the round rod on the trailer here as a point to start my bend. Now that the supports are bent and drilled, I'll just clean up the ends. Good enough. Let's see how they fit. All right, I think those turned out pretty nice. I kind of wanted to make sure they were the same, so both the ramps looked even, and I think I got them right on. Now I just need to drill a hole there so I can put in a little catch pin, kind of like this, one of these. So we'll put a couple catch pins in there. A little paint on those so they don't rust. And I think we're good.